Very good afternoon. You're watching Lunchtime News here on TV1. My name is David Paldano, and before we head into your stories, let's first take a look at your headlines. Bak Mahaduruma to eradicate the drug menace took place today. A supplementary estimate submitted to cover the defeated expenditure heads of two ministries. CID releases Mohammed Siddiq and Mohammed Shiam, who were deported from Dubai following a debriefing. Theresa May expected to meet Corbyn to tackle Brexit deadlock. In your local news now, the national pledge called the Bak Mahaduruma to eradicate the drug menace, commending themselves to building a country free of drug menace, took place this morning. The main event of Drug Prevention National Programme titled Martin Nidal Ratak was held under the auspices of the President at the Independence Square.
The country as one took a pledge to eradicate the drug menace. The programme commenced amidst blessings of all the religious leaders. The pledge was read out in Sinhala and Tamil languages for state officials.
ජාතික සංස්කෘතික අනන්‍යතාවයකින් හෙබි අපගේ මාතෘභූමිය පෙර සිට දෙස් විදෙස්හි අප්‍රමාණ ගෞරවයට සත්කාරයට පාත්‍ර වෙමින්
Students also took part in the Bak Mahaduruma towards building a country free of drugs. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, ministers, parliamentarians and members of the opposition took part in the programme to eradicate drugs and work towards a prosperous Sri Lanka. A number of pledging programs were held island-wide in line with the Bak Maha pledge. A ceremony in the Kurunegala District Secretariat was held under the auspices of Kurunegala District Secretary Gamini Ilangaratne. All officials attached to the Secretariat participated in the ceremony. A ceremony was also held at the North Central Provincial Council grounds with the participation of state officials. This ceremony was held under the auspices of the Governor of the North Central Province, Sarathe Kanayaka. Another ceremony was held under the patronage of the Kandy District Secretary Tissa Karunaratne, and it was held at the Kandy District Secretariat. Another ceremony with the attendance of the District Secretariat officials was held at the Galle District Secretariat. This event was held under the auspices of Additional District Secretary Kamal Wanasinghe. The Bak Maha pledge was also observed in schools island-wide.
Keeping up with your headline stories, a supplementary estimate was presented to Parliament this morning following the defeat of the expenditure heads of two ministries recently. The value of this supplementary estimate is 287 billion rupees. Our parliamentary correspondent said Leader of the House, Minister Lakshman Kiriyalla, submitted the supplementary estimates before the debate on the expenditure heads of Ministry of Posts, Postal Service and Muslim Religious Affairs. He added that the Cabinet granted its approval for it. The expenditure heads which were defeated were the Ministry of Internal and Home Affairs and Provincial Councils and Local Governments and the Ministry of Megapolis and Western Development. Mohammed Siddiq and Mohammed Shiam, who were taken into custody after they were deported from Dubai, have been released following interrogations. Sri Lankan police said it was revealed Mohammed Siddiq has no criminal record and thereby he was released. However, it was revealed Lanka Rajitha Pereira, who arrived in Sri Lanka with Siddiq, has an outstanding warrant against him. The suspects were produced before the Negombo Magistrates Court. A fire erupted at a 7-acre reserve in Katubovita, Nelumba.
The residents said that the fire erupted at around 5:30 last evening. The residents in the area have doused the fire by 9:30 last night. The cause of the fire is yet to be ascertained.
A group of parents staged a protest opposite the Veerakattiya Rajapaksa school over the refusal of enrolling students who were on the waiting list into the school. Protests obstructed vehicular movement along the Tangol Veerakattiya main road. Police officers who arrived at the location held discussions with the protesters. Two of the protesters left with police officials for a discussion with the officials of the Valasmulda Zonal Education Office. Our correspondent said the group continued to stage their protest. The community hall built in Mahagama, Weligama was declared open by the chairman of the Weligama Urban Council, Rehan Jayavikrama.
The hall was built with a cost of 860,000 rupees. I had to meet the ministers and plead them to give these things to the Weligama Urban Council. Although this particular hall was built using the funds of the council, there are other councillors who always criticize. I tell them to get the funds like I do. Then we can work together.
Views were expressed about the estate workers when the expenditure heads of the Ministry of Hill Country, New Villages, Infrastructure and Community Development was debated in Parliament today.
I'd like to speak a few words about Minister Digambaram's ministry. You, with the rest of your other team members, said that you will resign from your position if you fail to provide the 1,000 rupee wage increase. I'd like to know if the problem of these people is solved. We did not say that. What we said was that we will resign if the government fails to at least provide 50 rupees per day. Minister Naveen has made arrangements. You were targeting the 1,000 rupees. Our friend is here, Minister Suresh. I remember him switching sides because of this wage issue. He is the state minister. They're all silent now. I'd like to thank MP Amaravira for speaking on behalf of the estate workers. People living in estates have appointed ministers and formed governments. I respect you, Minister, but if your government has done something back then, the hill country would have been another Singapore. The Ministry of Hill Country, New Villages, Infrastructure and Community Development, headed by Mr. Digambaram and MP Vadivel Suresh, is the ministry that represents the Tamil community in Sri Lanka. Time was allocated this morning to discuss about this ministry, but there are no representatives from the ministry present here. It is very fair that the general public blames the government. How can we assure that this ministry will do the work of these innocent people if the secretary of the ministry and an official in charge of the estate can't be present here today? An investigation has to be done immediately into this matter. A village was built in the Madampe estate with the funds from India. There was no procurement done in awarding the contracts to this village. The contracts were given to the close associates because the estate officials are not conducting this with any transparency. If this ministry is there to represent the innocent Tamil community of the country, it is not doing their job but taking commissions from the funds that are coming into the ministry. There is nothing else to be said on this matter.
In your sports news, New Zealand opted for an experience in a 15-man squad named for this year's new Cricket World Cup, with rookie Tom Burland's inclusion as a backup as wicketkeeper for the real surprise.
The Black Caps hope to shed their tag as valiant losers and claim the title after sitting in the semi-finals 6 times and suffering a heavy defeat to Australia in their only appearance in the final 4 years ago. New Zealand are currently third in one-day rankings behind England and India.
Well, that's a wrap of lunchtime news here on TV1. For more details on these stories, log on to our website www.newsfirst.lk. For the Newsfirst team, I'm David Paldanio. Thank you and take care.